Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to today's watch-along stream. Hopefully everything is actually live. I wanted to get this up, ready and going before the game fully kicked off so that we could do our minute's applause or whatever for Big Captain Tom. So, the images in the background are not correct right now. And we're going to try and clap at the same time as changing everything in the background, because this is the only chance that we've got to do it. And my PC has been struggling today. So I hope you're all doing well. That's the picture that we need. There we go. And then we need to open up this. Can you tell that I'm ready? We need that over here. We need this over here. And we need this over here. Lovely scenes. So we have to clap for Big Captain Tom and everyone else. This should now work. Ugh. What about this one? No. We'll fix it in a minute. Captain Sir Tom Moore on the screen. There we go. Right. Now we need to see if we can very, very quickly get this started in time for the game. Who do I support? I support Leicester. We're doing a watch-along today whilst having massive internet and everything problems. So hopefully things go okay today and everything is viewable, etc., etc. That's that. Captain for Fulham, I don't know. So if I start that... Okay, right. I think we're good to go. I hope that everyone's doing well. I hope that you're going to enjoy today's stream. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more streams and videos, whether it be watch-alongs or FIFA-based content. And we're going to get things kicked off in just a second. And if anything comes out on FIFA, you're going to have to let me know as well. But, for those that don't know how these work, we basically watch the game, try and give you a commentary as we go along. Oh, no. Sorry, I always forget about the old kneeling down. And then we can really start things off. So, Fulham kicking off. Right now. There we go. Right. Things are okay. I don't know why... Okay, that is caught up. Perfect. So, I am not ready for this stream. Again, everything's been all over the place with my PC, with getting food and everything like that. But, hopefully we can get a big, fat dub today, away from home against Fulham, who beat us earlier in the season. That was an absolute nightmare, and one of the worst results that we've had. So if we could now right that wrong, that would be amazing. Silver Stars, Left Wing Germany. Oh, I completely forgot to see Johan Bash on PlayStation, didn't I? Ah, never mind. It's fine. We've got some Spag Bowl. But hi, hey, hello, welcome everybody that's tuning in. Again, if you don't know how these work, I try and provide a bit of live commentary and opinions and everything like that. It's not biased, because there's no point in doing these if I'm going to be biased. I am a Leicester fan. Have been since I was a kid, and am really missing going to these games, so this is the closest that I can get. So hopefully you're all well, hopefully you clapped for Captain Tom and everyone like that today. Prediction for Spurs, Chelsea, I'll wait till the teams are out. Man City are currently playing as well, I believe, against Burnley, but first chance needs to fall to us, ideally. We have switched up our team a little bit today, partially because of injuries. So Castan has been replaced by Ricky P because he got a little bit of an injury last game, as Fulham are actually charging forward here. They've got a good chance. It's fallen at the back post to the fullback, and there's a foul. Soyuncu is in for Fofana today because he got an injury as well, and now Kags is already on the floor, which is a great start. I'm going to try and provide you... Oh, Man City are already winning. Wow. Gabby Jesus has scored. I don't know who got the assist, but we'll keep that one on the side as well so we can try and keep you updated. But yeah, so we've had a couple of changes. We're also playing Iheanacho up top and Perez right wing, it looks like, today, which is a little bit different from what we've had. We've had Albrighton on the right and we've had Perez up front. Soyuncu charging out of defence and giving away possession of the ball. But Fulham have been an interesting team. Some games, you watch them and you think, how are they down where they are on the table? And then others, they look terrible. So let's hope for the latter today. Oops. But knowing us, it'll be the former. Do you think Ricardo should have a team of the week? I don't know why he'd have that. James Justin on that left side. Another risky pass. That's twice in the first 3 minutes that Leicester defenders have given the ball away by going for a risky forward pass. Which I guess shows confidence and trusting in your teammates. But at the same time, there are instances where you need to just get rid of it or play it out instead. Is the stream not available in 1080? It should be. There's no reason why it wouldn't be. We got an average team of the week and one challenge SBC. Who's in team of the week? Sad loss against Leeds the other day. Yeah, but they were good. They were good and we were not, really. You captained Maddison. I've captained Salah this game week. Gabby Jesus scored a header. Do you know who got the assist? You have £5 on Leicester. Here's hoping we win. Liverpool v the Seagulls. Yep. Big game for both teams. Liverpool need to go out and show how good they are against someone like that. Really? Bernardo Silva assist. Leicester better win, do Newcastle a favour. We're slowly getting into the point of the season where, yeah, you are really hoping that other teams do you favours to keep others from getting points, whether it helps you stay up or to get into the top 4, etc. Lovely. James Justin with a lovely ball. Back to Johnny Evans. Back to Kasper Schmeichel. Shock horror. How many times are we going to say that today? You're a Saints fan. Yikes, is all that needs to be said. Oh, yet again, Leicester giving the ball away from defence. Tielemans having to slide in to block a shot from Anguissa. Good defensive duties there from Yuri. And now Leicester on the break. Tielemans picking it up in the Fulham half, trying to slide it through to Kelechi. But a good foot in. Good foot in. Do well against big teams. Relegation teams awful. That used to be what we were like. Hamza Chowdhury starting in the middle today instead of Mendy is, in my opinion, a terrible shout. I like Hamza. I just don't think he's that good. And so that's where the problems... oh, that's not what we need. Get that off the screen. One sec. There we go. Actually, I need this, but I need this over here. That's better. Yeah, I just don't think he's quite good enough for what we need. I don't know why Mendy isn't playing instead, but it's fine. Because Perez picks the ball up on the right-hand side, plays in Ricardo Pereira, whips in across, wins us a throw-in. 9-0 was... The 9-0 was not as bad as the 9-0 against us. They had more go against them yesterday. And they have quite a few injuries, especially in defence right now, Southampton. It just all... I think you'd probably rather concede a ton of goals in one game so that you then don't concede as many in the next few. Rather than conceding 3 in 3 different games, you'd rather concede 9 in 1. As bad as it might be. If they manage to keep a clean sheet in their next 2 games, I think they'd be okay with that. I mean, they might concede 4 and 5 in the next 2 games, but that's not the point. The timers are out of sync. Yep, and there's nothing I can do about that. Actually, they're very, very close to in sync. The Bet365 is normally about 3 seconds ahead of both the TV and my timer on the left. Chowdhury was looking like he was going to go to Newcastle. However, we wanted Chalobah, for whatever reason, from Watford. Watford wanted one of the Longstaff brothers, so that then Newcastle would get Chowdhury. So it was a bit of a triangle situation, but Watford couldn't get hold of whichever one of the Longstaff guys it was, and so none of the others happened. Otherwise, Hamza would not be at our club today. Areola's a decent keeper. He's been good so far. He has been good. Hamza with a decent clearance here. Kelechi dropping really deep to try and help out defensively. Maddison getting fouled deep into the Leicester half, though. 8 minutes gone. Nothing really of note other than a half-decent Fulham attack that led to a blocked shot from Anguissa as he was sort of surging through the middle. I don't know how many of you are either Fulham or Leicester fans and remember... Oh, wait. Kelechi... Wow. I love the camera work on Sky where you literally go from one end of the pitch, watch one replay, and then they cut back to the gameplay and you're in the other team's box. Ridiculous. So, we lost to Fulham, and they were decent. Anguissa was very, very good against us in the middle of the park in the earlier game in the season. So here's hoping he doesn't play anywhere near as well. Fulham looking okay on the attack, though. They just need to have a little bit more, or be a little bit more decisive on the final ball, and they'll create a couple of chances today. You say missing Vardy already. Vardy didn't do an absolute ton in the last few games that he played anyway, so it's not made that much difference. Maddison booting the ball straight at Kelechi. Having a long shot, it's deflected. Areola with the save. Comfortable. Even if he'd scored a wonder goal there, I think it would have been disallowed because it slightly brushed Kelechi's arm. Which we all know, at times there are many stupid rules in football, as we've witnessed over the last couple of days with the David Luiz and Bednarek red card penalty decisions. Some of the offsides that have, like, it's... yeah. What are you eating? Spaghetti bolognese, lovely bit of ASMR. They do say it sounds like other stuff. I probably won't be able to have all of it, but we'll get there. Fulham sloppy with the ball there. Nice work by James Justin. Leicester have got a throw-in on the left-hand side, halfway down the pitch. Not done anything of note in the first 10 minutes that would worry Fulham. Had a couple of pop shots from outside the box that have either been blocked or they've been deflected through to the goalkeeper, and nothing really yet. Fulham have looked quite dangerous on the break so far, as the Leicester positions just seem to be a little bit all over the place right now. So hopefully we can calm down. Maddison claiming handball. If Maddison gets a hat-trick, you'll donate a tenner. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but there you go. Dill, I don't agree. Nice to see Ricky P back. It is. To be fair, he has handballed that back to his goalkeeper. But they probably won't look at that. Perez now trying to play the ball through to Maddison. Again, Sky, the amount of times... or Sky and BT, sorry. All of these broadcasters, the amount of times where you just cut from one end to the other. But now Anguissa driving into the box finds Mitrovic. Vital block by James Justin. It may have been going straight at Kasper Schmeichel, but Anguissa is played in down the right-hand side. Again, the Leicester team just all over the place. Great pullback to Mitrovic, but James Justin is there to block the shot. He was stretching, so it wasn't the most powerful or accurate shot in the world, but it was still very dangerous. And so, huge block. And now Kelechi into Harvey Barnes up the other end. Going through the middle of the pitch, Maddison picks up the ball, plays it out wide right. Ayoze Perez on that right side, whips in a cross. It's headed back out. Maddison collects. He's got a lot of work to do. Finds Ricardo Pereira, lovely ball. Pulls it back to Harvey Barnes, who blazes over the bar. Fofana is injured, so Soyuncu is playing. Utah, it's on BT. Ali, I have no idea what that means. You're a Leeds fan and you say, haha. I'm going to say to you, Luke, you need to stop caring or thinking that other people care about stuff as much as you. I would advise you to grow up as quickly as possible. Because if you go in life trying to annoy people rather than trying to befriend people or be kind to people, you're going to burn a lot of bridges, and it's not a good way to go about things. So I'm going to time you out, and if you do it again, then we'll obviously get rid of you. But I like to try and give people a chance that are probably younger as well, just to try and not be as negative with stuff. That's not the way to go about life, my friend. Fulham on the break. Yet again. These, the fullbacks of Fulham so far have done very well getting forward. You got Tete on the right-hand side. He's doing very well. Because it seems like Hamza Chowdhury is a bit all over the place. Shock horror. It's read, not red. Oh yeah, I don't know why that says red. But hey, Fulham down the right-hand side again. Just dollying the ball around on the edge of the box there. It's going to... No, he's offside. Poor. Just one of those things, like, even though it's against your team, you just wonder why people don't do certain things. Like, okay, Loftus-Cheek was offside here on the right-hand side, but whip it in. There are so many times where players just take too long on the ball, and especially when forwards are making runs in, they want you to cross that ball straight away so that they can then get on the end of it. Otherwise, they've made their movement, then they have to go back, then they have to make a secondary movement. It's much harder. So again, if he was onside there, he should have done better, but luckily for us, he was not. Fulham with a long clearance. Soyuncu with a slightly risky header back to Evans, but now to James Justin on the left-hand side. Back to Soyuncu. Leicester fullbacks, like when we pick up the ball, are getting very advanced. Very advanced. Tielemans to Hamza Chowdhury. Don't be surprised if he gets booked. If you're putting a bet on, that would be my advice. James Justin with a driven run forward. Tielemans finds Harvey Barnes wide left near the corner flag. Tries to beat Tete, crosses it in. Headed half clear, and Gisa now with another header, and then back into the Fulham defence and finally cleared, but only goes out to Tielemans. But now back to Leicester defence. Don't live in the UK, nor do you have a channel so you can watch Leicester games live. Well, hopefully this does the job. I'll do my best. When Ricky P was playing every game, he was easily one of the best fullbacks going forward. Yes. Yes. And yeah, I know the description and everything is not up to date, but that's because my PC was just... I turned it on. I had to turn it on like 4 times for it to actually turn on. I don't know what was happening today. Just having a lot of problems with everything. So, I'll update things. I'm just finishing my food. But I know we're now 16 minutes in. But what are people's predictions for this game? I know if you look at the table, then most people would therefore assume a Leicester win. But they beat us in the previous game in the season. And they've been looking a little bit better lately. As Maddison... Okay, I take it back. That's 1-0 to Leicester. I completely didn't expect us to cross the ball in there. Maddison... Okay, Maddison just picked up the ball. Right-hand side, like 30 yards out. Whips the ball in. Perfect cross. Absolutely perfect cross. And Iheanacho nods it straight past Areola. Hamza Chowdhury wins the ball back in midfield. Plays it right to Maddison. Looks like he's going to play it to Ricardo Pereira on the overlap. but puts in a beautiful ball. That is absolutely perfect. And Iheanacho with a decent header past Areola gets his head on it well, gets it right-hand side of the keeper. That is a very, very good ball and a good header to go with it. So that is 1-0 to the Leicester. You love to see it. And that means I can update Reed's name as well whilst we're updating this graphic. Sick! Yeah, sorry that I wasn't... I did not expect Madders to whip that ball in, but that was fantastic. Right. Beautiful. So, right as I ask for people's predictions for the game, we go and score 5 seconds later before most people have been able to type out their answer. Deary me. You say we don't deserve that? I mean, it's less than 20 minutes into a game. When a team scores within 20 minutes, a lot of the time it's hard to say that a team deserves the first goal in a game, unless it comes like 70 minutes in and you've been battering a team. It's been pretty end-to-end. No one's had... That is by far... Actually, no, that's definitely the most clear-cut chance. Mitrovic's chance that he had earlier that James Justin blocked was a decent one, but this was better than that. And again, just to recap the goal, the ball sort of got muddled around a little bit. Halfway between the box and the centre circle, in the Fulham half, a Fulham player managed to pick up the ball and then tried to play a pass into midfield, but slightly mishit it. It went past their other player, goes past Tielemans. Chowdhury manages to win it back. It then bobbles around 2 or 3 times. He gets it back again, passes it out wide right to Maddison. He has Ricardo Pereira on the overlap going past him on the right, and it looked like he was just going to lay it off to him and then Ricky P was going to whip it in. But no, Maddison, like if KDB picked out that cross, people would go mental about it. Fantastic ball. And Kelechi with a very, very nice header, justifying his start today with a goal in the first half of the first half. So now Fulham, I don't know if they're really going to change their game plan because they've been looking half decent going forward. It's not as if they haven't been brave or dared to attack. And so I would hope from an entertainment standpoint in the game that they wouldn't really change anything because it has been end-to-end. And I feel like neutrals watching this game would be thinking that this is a good start, and now with a goal, it's got even more lively. Do you ever go crazy when Leicester score? When I'm at games, but when I'm doing these watch-alongs, yeah, I'll celebrate a little bit, but I want to be as impartial as and unbiased as I possibly can, because I don't see the point in doing a stream like this if I'm just going to say that everything that Leicester do is great and everything that Fulham does is terrible. There's no point. I cannot put a ball next to the goal scorer. I'd need to sort out graphics and stuff like that going forward. What you eating? I had some spaghetti bolognese. What's your opinions on Gray leaving? You thought he was pretty promising. He's been promising for the entire time, like 5 years that we've had him, has never improved. So I'm glad to see him go. He's just a bit of a waste of space in the squad. Let me just catch up to see if I missed anything. Why can't I stream the real game? Rich YouTuber. I am. I don't have the rights to show you BT's coverage of the game. I am not BT Sport. So I can do my own commentary. I'm watching it. But, yeah. I can't show you it. Friends always judge you when you say you're a Leicester fan. They always say, I bet you started liking them when they won the league. Yeah, it's a very, very boring comment. I've only just called this series bird watching. It's genius, right? Hamza Chowdhury with a decent tackle on the edge of the Leicester box. Not that much happened in the last couple of minutes since the goal. Both teams potentially trying to just settle back down after that. Who scored? Iheanacho. Seen the team of the week? No. Subbed. Good video. Thank you very much. One thing you missed about going to games, going crazy, jumping around with other fans last minute. Yeah. I miss the atmosphere of going to proper games. Like, it's good being able to watch your team play every game on TV, but yeah. On the live stream above your head, this is Bet365, where you can basically just see what is happening in pretty much real time. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty damn good. And so when I'm potentially responding to a comment in chat or something like that, I like to have that there so that you always have some form of commentary or communication about what is happening in the game. So a lot of the time when I'm talking to you about, for example, this, it's because nothing massive is happening. Whereas if Fulham now start this attack and they're suddenly throwing goal, then we'll switch back to focusing on the game. Ask us to put your predictions in again, see if it works. Well, yeah, now that it is 1-0, and now there's a slight break in play as Leicester have a free kick just inside the Fulham half. Now what are your predictions? Because again, I asked it previously, then we scored within 5 seconds. So, do you think that Fulham are going to come back? Do you think that they are going to crumble now because they have to go forward more, and so Leicester are going to be able to counter that and score a couple more goals and end up winning 4-0 or something like that? What are your thoughts on this? Madison with a lovely chop inside there. And that is a booking for Reed in the middle. Do I ever bet on games? I haven't that much in 2021. How's Harvey Barnes been playing? He's on your fantasy. Good so far? Good so far. If you did make the 50-50 between Barnes and Madders, you are currently missing out on an assist. But Harvey's been playing really good recently and he's looking dangerous. So don't be surprised today if he does get a goal involvement. Madders taking this free kick from deep. It's not the best ball, but it's flicked onto Iheanacho in the box. He then lays it to Perez, who chips it back in. Johnny Evans can't get on it. Soyuncu with a volley from the left-hand side of the box, probably about 12 yards out. Really, really clean strike, but it is straight at Areola. Does well to make sure that he just keeps himself strong, gets a good save on it and bats it away. But that was a really, really pure volley from a centre-back from Soyuncu there. Would have been a very good finish, but ends up being a decent save instead. And now Fulham going down the other end. Reed over to the right-hand side. Cross is put in by Aina. Mitrovic does not win his header because Ricardo Pereira does enough. And that is going to be a free kick to Leicester. Imagine if we could see that volley by BT Sport. That's all I can say. Did I say Chowdhury could get a card tonight for a bet? That would be my bet. If I was putting a single on, that would be my bet today. And maybe I'll do it, to be honest with you. DJ, if that's what the rule says, then yes. What do I think of the rule? It's stupid that you can get sent off for that, but you wouldn't get sent off if you just completely wiped him out whilst going for the ball. Seems stupid. 3-2 Fulham, 4-0 Leicester, 6-1 Leicester. You put a bet on 2-1, 3-1 to Leicester. What score do I think? My prediction before this game was 3-2 to us. I thought it'd be a high-scoring game with an early goal that would then set the game alight. That's what I said in the other room earlier, but because I had the electrical problems and everything like that, I couldn't start my stream early as I wanted, so I couldn't get my prediction in, but I said 3-2 to us. That is a good challenge by Chowdhury, to be fair. But those are the kind of ones that he normally ends up messing up and getting booked for. And Gisa getting stuck in the middle. But Iheanacho has had a very, very high work rate in this game so far. He is putting himself about. Maybe he's really trying to prove himself to Brendan today that he should be the one that's starting in Vardy's absence. Again, he's got his goal. He took his chance very well. Great header from a brilliant, just perfect cross from Maddison. Those that missed it. Did I watch the United game? I did. Oh, okay. I was going to say, ball bobbles down, is cleared, half cleared by a Leicester defender after a long looping ball up from the halfway line. Johnny Evans, Ricardo Pereira, both getting in the way of the forward. The ball bounces down to Mitrovic, who goes for a Very speculative volley, and it was not even close to close. Did I go to Southampton 9-0 Leicester? No. No. You bet Leicester, Leeds, Liverpool and Barca to win tonight. Who are Leeds playing today? Barnes is doing okay. Jack, no. Leicester City love the team. Wish you could have Ranieri as manager. He was not as good as Brendan Rodgers. I would not like that to happen right now. Should you put a bet on for Hammers to get booked? Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I really wouldn't. We're 27 minutes in here. And just one mistimed tackle from him, which he normally does, and he'll be in. The referee has already got his yellow card out tonight, so it's not as if he's being super lenient. So it wouldn't surprise me. That's a very loose pass from Aina on the right-hand side to give away a throw-in. Maddison got the assist with a great ball. I might do Rooney. We'll see. We'll see. Do I think Liverpool can still win the league? They can, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will. Right. Maddison to Chowdhury. Plays it off the pitch because he's just not very good. I wish my phone would work. It would make keeping up with the other game and everything like that much easier. Tielemans now picking the ball up from deep. Risky pass to Ricardo Pereira. Gives the ball away. Skipped inside now. And you've got Lookman failing to make the most of the opportunity. And Leicester actually end up with a throw-in. Shocking pass from Tielemans. Really putting Ricardo Pereira in a very tough position there. That is risky AF. Did I see your tweet to me on Monday? I don't know what it was. What's your current fantasy rank in the league? I have no idea, but probably not very good. Tielemans with a hooked clearance. Again, since the goal, there's not really been that much happening. It's been very calm and just a bit scrappy, with no one really creating any chances or having any meaningful attacks. It's just a bit all over the place right now. As Fulham have the ball back with their goalkeeper now. It was the icon pack. I can't remember. I get tweeted a lot of packs, so probably. Probably. What do I think Leicester's chances are on coming top 4? I'd love us to do it, I just don't think we will. I'd be very surprised if we finished the end of the season top 4, but again, it would be the absolute dream if we could do that. Wouldn't it? So, let's hope so. 15 minutes left in this first half. Again, Fulham really seem to have tried to take control of this game more. They are much more content to pass the ball between their defenders and across that back line. And then they try and break quick. So Mitrovic now picks up the ball. Reed in the middle is going to whip it back to Mitrovic. Oh my god, it's bouncing around in the box because Hamza Chowdhury tries, I don't know what kind of pass. Maybe trying to pass it back to Schmeichel from about 25 yards out, which is a bizarre thing to attempt through a load of players. Okay, it wasn't from 25 yards out, but it was an awful attempt at a back pass from Chowdhury and nearly caused massive troubles for Leicester, but Fulham now have the ball back on the halfway line. Oh, dearie me. How do I feel about Luis' red card yesterday? The rules are the rules. Doesn't matter what you think of them if it's the rule. And there you go. Alex, nice. Fofana isn't in the squad on your screen. Oh yeah, why does that say Fofana? I swear I changed that. Sorry. Oh, it's because I had to update that file after... Right, okay. I had to change file version, so I forgot to re-update that one, I think. There you go. Sorted! Which 9-0 was better? I'd say ours was a better result. because ours was away from home and against a team that didn't get 2 red cards. There weren't 2 penalties, and there wasn't half of the defence missing. But a 9-0 is a 9-0. Would you take Loftus-Cheek at Leicester? Right now, with our current injuries, sure. With everybody fit? I don't know. This is such a scrappy game right now. Just ball bouncing around and around. Half cleared by Soyuncu. Johnny Evans trying a weird Cruyff turn, giving the ball away. And now Reed with the ball on the edge of the box. It's bouncing around again and again. Falls to Kasper Schmeichel eventually. Johnny Evans is such a fraud. He's gone from like being our best centre-back to looking like Bambi on ice whenever he has the ball at his feet. I don't know what he was doing there. He tries to Cruyff turn past Mitrovic and then toe poke a ball that ends up with Reed on the edge of the box, who gets tackled about 3 times, tries to cross a ball in, gets deflected to the keeper. It sums up this game. It's so scrappy right now. So scrappy. What are you drinking? I've got a Tango for the first time in a very long time. Panda, as long as we're still winning, then it's fine. Iheanacho getting fouled. Why is that Aina? I think it was. Jams, I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll change stuff like that. But for now, we're sticking with it as it is. And hopefully people enjoy it. If they do, all I ask, again, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, make sure you subscribe. Because the more people that want to see it, the more likely I am to do more. Maddison with a long lofted free kick. CNG with a flick on. And it is headed clear. Ball now with Hamza Chowdhury to James Justin on the left-hand side. Given away, but Tielemans does well defensively again. Getting back and making sure that the possession is not lost. Jose Perez now has the ball on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Ricky P. Into Tielemans. And just slowing things down a little bit. But then, nice break of pace. Perez on the right-hand side. Tries to beat his man. Inside to Ricardo Pereira. Then to Kelechi Iheanacho. Sees James just in the middle. No one in front of him. And the ball ends up getting all the way back to the Leicester centre-backs. Jams, I don't know. How long's Ndidi out for? Probably about another week or so. Long ball here to try and find Perez, who, is he fouled? Doesn't really look like it. Fulham get the ball back, is now with their right back, and easily cleared. Soyuncu with a headed clearance. It's just very basic right now, this game. The first 20 minutes or so before the goal, it was really, really good. It was end-to-end football. Excuse me, and there were some nice pieces of play. But the 15 minutes after the goal have been the complete opposite. You've gone from 2 teams looking like they're going to be creating a lot of chances tonight and really moving the ball well, to now looking very cagey and being scared to attempt the things that they were doing before. Which, for Fulham, you could half or understand it because they're now losing and maybe they want to be a little bit more careful on the ball. They don't want to lose it again in the way that they did previously to concede, which is just a very, very quick 2-pass, basically move goal. But Leicester, you would assume, would not want to slow things down this early. It's only 1-0, 35 minutes gone. The game is far from over. Keep doing what you were doing before. Creating those chances, driving forward with the ball, being more forward-thinking and progressive with the ball at your feet. But that's not what's happening. Hamza Chowdhury just had the opportunity to play in Perez, but it's not good enough, so he didn't do it. Ricardo Pereira has the ball on the right-hand side, but it ends up going back to Johnny Evans. Chips the ball forward. Madders gets a touch on it. Ricardo Pereira now driving into the box. Great tackle. But Maddison wins Leicester a corner. Not that that means anything if you don't know Leicester. The worst record from corners at both ends of the pitch. Offensively, haven't scored from a corner in God knows how many attempts, and concede more set pieces than anybody else. Man City are 2-0 up. Raheem Sterling gets the goal. assisted by Ilkay Gundogan. Leicester corner going to be coming in, assuming, from James Maddison. It goes short. It's now whipped in by Ricardo Pereira. Sayunchi with the header. It's in, but it's a foul. Or offside. One of the two. I think it was a foul being given there. Well-worked routine. It's a little soft, but it is a little bit of a push in the back by Sayunchi. I think that's completely fair to disallow that. And yeah, there was no chance that they were going to overturn that to not be a foul. So, disallowed goal that was actually well worked from a corner. We seem to actually be okay at doing like 5 passes from a short corner and then playing it in, rather than whipping it in straight away. And that would have been a really nice move, but hey, there you go. Now Fulham down the other end, attempting to whip a cross in, but cleared by Johnny Evans, or defended by Johnny Evans. When did I last get a trim? I did my own hair like last Thursday. Panda, I don't have an answer to that one. Getting to 100 likes. Exactly. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you do it. Hit that thumbs up button. Right, Anguissa into Ademola Lookman. Great ball, fizzed into Loftus-Cheek, but then messes up, and Tete wipes out James Justin, and that is definitely a Leicester free kick. Gundogan, yeah, could very easily get Player of the Month. Poor challenge by Tete there. Deep in the Leicester half. Just a very, very clear foul. Less than 10 minutes to go until half-time. Leicester hoping to obviously go in leading at the break. Fulham would love to get an equaliser before half-time so they can then sort of recoup and decide what their game plan is going to be going into the second half. They want that goal. Decent play by Leicester. Ayoze Perez picking up the ball, but tackled well by Fulham. 2 men on him. And that has been the case a lot of the time when Leicester have gone forward. Fulham have pressed quite well in their own half. They don't seem to care that much about winning the ball really high up the pitch. But when it gets into the final third, or maybe just in front of the final third, they do put a lot of pressure on the ball. And so you'll see when someone like Perez or Iheanacho or Harvey Barnes pick up the ball going towards the Fulham box, that a lot of the time they'll have 2 men pushing them. And it's working okay for Fulham right now. Lookman trying to drive into the box, but Evans yet again gets his body in the way, and that is a Fulham throw-in. Reese, I have no intention of doing that. Dean, I don't know. Fulham bringing the ball all the way back to the halfway line. Bit of a waste, to be honest. Throw-in was relatively close to the corner flag, and now they've had to recycle the ball all the way round, but Tetty finds it on the right-hand side here. Plays it inside to Reed, who's looked quite lively in the middle, to be honest, today. I've not seen too much of him this season, but he's looked good today. Perez now trying to drive past Anguissa, going for a wonder ball to Maddison. Can't quite find him because of Anderson at the back with just a standard headed clearance. King on the bench. Fofana has been injured. That is why he is not playing today. So Sayunchi has come in and retaken his position from Wesley Fofana. Anderson with a 60-yard ping. Diagonal to the left-hand side. Finds Robinson, who drives into the box. Well defended by Ricardo Pereira after Perez was beaten. But that was a fantastic lobbed ball from the halfway line all the way to the left-hand side at the corner flag. It wasn't even the halfway line. It was 10 yards in his own half. Brilliant pass. Perez gets beaten by a little bit of a bobbly ball, but then Pereira with a tackle, and this gives Fulham the opportunity from the corner to take advantage of Leicester's awful record from set pieces. So here we go. I don't know who is taking this. I cannot tell. But the ball is whipped in. It's a lofted one to the back post. Free header. What a save by Kasper Schmeichel. Who is Tosin? Oh, so Adarabioyo is Tosin. Right, okay. So he gets free at the back post. Like, one of the... How from a corner you have that much space, I have no idea. But Kasper with a great save. Another ball lofted in from the following corner. Fulham trying to get the ball back in the box. Slip from Harvey Barnes. Adarabioyo whips it in again. Tielemans with ridiculously good composure. Perez now on the break. Only Tielemans up with him. Does well to keep hold of the ball. Plays it out wide to Ricardo Pereira. Back to Tielemans now. Slow down that attack. But Schmeichel, he was a little bit lucky in the sense that the header was nearly straight at him. But honestly, you can see with a chance like that why Leicester have conceded so many goals from set pieces this season. From a corner... A big player, completely unmarked, one of the freest headers you'll see from a corner all season, gets a good contact on it, but it is a little bit too close to Schmeichel, gets a big hand on it, and managed to push it over the bar. Are Leicester going to win? I hope so. Why speak English? Because I'm English. Who's going to win the league? Hopefully Leicester, but no, Man City. 1.5 minutes to go until... added time. James Justin finding Kelechi with a beautiful turn. Plays it through. Maddison is through 1-on-1 with the keeper, maybe? Fake shot inside. Plays it to James Justin. Goes around the keeper. And that is a goal for JJ. I'm just going to wait before I update it in case anyone was offside. But Tielemans picks up the ball. Plays it into Kelechi Iheanacho with a beautiful turn on his left foot to twist inside one of the Fulham players. Or was it Chowdhury? Oh no, it was James Justin with the ball into Iheanacho. Great turn. Plays it through to Maddison, who looks onside from the first replay. Goes to his right, chops inside with a mini Cruyff onto his left foot. Plays it through to James Justin, who, again, started that whole attack from within his own half, kept going... ends up on the end of the pass from James Maddison, takes it round the keeper with one touch on his left foot, and then slots it home with his right. That's a really nice goal. Maddison involved yet again. He is in the hottest form that he's been in for Leicester since he signed. He's involved in basically every goal that is being scored right now. And that was a really, really good team goal. And yeah, Maddison is showing... why he should be considered for England Euro hopes of glory. Well, not considered, but why he should 100% be a part of it. So, big goal before half-time for both teams. Obviously, Tielemans with a lovely roulette. That is... Our team is balling out right now. You love to see it. The score in the City match, Man City are 2-0 up. 2-0 up against Burnley. Bernardo Silva... No. Gabby Jesus and Sterling with the goals. Bernardo Silva and Gundogan with the assists. Harvey Barnes now charging with the ball down the left-hand side. Tries to beat his man. Goes for a shot. It's deflected. Great save by Areola with his feet to deal with that deflection. That was fantastic. Fulham try and go straight down the other end, but fail to do so. But as I was about to say... going into half-time, if you're a Fulham fan, you would have wanted it, at minimum, to have stayed 1-0. You would have loved to have got a goal, but you didn't want to concede a second goal. Because now Leicester could go for a few more, because Fulham have been a little bit open at times. With the quick passing of people like Maddison and Tielemans today, you've seen some really, really good opportunities. And Iheanacho has actually been playing pretty well in his position today after he got the nod to play up front ahead of Perez, and his link up with Maddison has been really good. And so getting that second goal before half-time, I don't know whether Leicester are now going to push on to try and get more in the second half, or whether they're going to sit back a little bit more, try and just soak up possession of the ball and the pressure, and then try and hit Fulham on the break when they overcommit going forward. I don't know. Maddison's in your fantasy team, but Justin's on your bench. Yeah, I have Barnes instead of Madders. But, hey, I don't care. I have always said, and probably always will do, actual Leicester points are more important than fantasy points. So, is Areola on loan from PSG? I have no idea if he's on loan or if it's a permanent signing. Reese, I couldn't tell you. Sorry. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Jack, I'll go with Ray. She excites me daily. You've placed a bet of €10 on Leicester. Looking good. Especially if you use something like Bet365, it's already paid out. Already paid out. Will Schmeichel get bonus or save points at the minute? I think Schmeichel has made 3 saves so far. So, I'd be surprised if he is not currently getting 1 save point. This says that Fulham have had 1 shot on target, but Kasper's definitely made at least 2 saves. Maybe not, maybe he's not made 3. I don't know. You will win £80 if Leicester keep the win. It's sounding good for a lot of you. It's sounding very good. What were the odds on us to win before this game started today? We were over evens! Why didn't I bet on us? Because I've not been betting that much this year. But my God. Wow. Those odds are mad. You have Madders in fantasy. I tell you what, maybe there's a chance for another informed Maddison. If he got another goal involvement today, there's a chance he gets another one next week. Best football match I've ever been to? Probably the one where we lifted the Premier League trophy afterwards. Oh, dearie me. Well played from Justin. Both goals were really, really nice. Maddison heavily involved. Why have I still got this going at the top? Sorry. Second half. There we go. Captain Madders and James Justin in your fantasy. Amazing. Beautiful. Are you doing good? I am. I mean, it helps when Leicester are doing well, doesn't it? But that's not too shabby. So, how's everybody doing? What is this? So, the team of the week. You got Salah in there. Lautaro, Mkhitaryan, Chiellini, João Cancelo, Milicevic, Delaney, Callum Wilson, Bamford for his performance against us. Ugh. Is Justin doing well? I mean, he scored. Who scored Leicester's first? Kelechi Iheanacho. Kevin, I think most people are. Nathan, yes, I do. You have Schmeichel, hopefully a clean sheet in your fantasy. You have Schmeichel over someone like Justin or Madders right now. Crazy. Maddison is doing very, very well right now. Right. Oh, where's that Suchek inform that someone mentioned? 86 rated. That's okay. Okay. Scenes. Trim household. He doesn't have... Okay, cool. So Mkhitaryan goes to an 87 milli, 90 Goretzka 88. It's not bad, is it? Why have Bet365 already paid out? They pay out if you go 2 goals ahead. Actually, can I scroll down so that you can see that on the screen? Yeah. Here are the stats so far. Here you go. 2 goals ahead. Get bets paid out early. So if you bet on a team to win and they go 2 goals up, then regardless of what happens in the rest of the game, it gets paid out. So we could lose 7-2 now, and you'd still win your bet if you would put us to win on 365. After this performances so far, I just thought it'd be like 1-0 Leicester win. Do I think Leicester can win the Europa? It's a cup competition? No idea. No idea. Do I think Maddison will score a goal? You have him triple captain. That's going better than the one guy who had Bednarek triple captain, who got minus 21. Oh dear. He's looking good so far. He's looking good. But yeah, decent performance so far. Lovely. Big 3 points. Robbo, yeah, are you looking on flash scores? For Christ's sake. You have Justin and Maddison on fantasy. Nice. Everton Twitter. Why'd they put it out like that? Ahmet, couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. They're just looking at the goals again at half-time. Anderson really tight to Iheanacho, but then doesn't track him properly. It's a really nice header by Kelechi, but what a ball by Maddison. His 2 assists today have been fantastic. If you get a chance to watch Match of the Day tonight, do it. It is absolutely... Both assists. Sick. Digne can play centre-back. But Willie? Willie, though? Why would you do that to yourselves? You just watch highlights on YouTube. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-bam-ba-ba-da-da-da-dum. The Justin run for the goal. That shows desire and then lack of awareness and desire from the Fulham player. Who is it? Number 16. Adarabioyo does not track Justin, who makes a run from his own half all the way into the box. And he runs straight past him. And if the Fulham player had a bit more awareness, then he could have potentially stopped the second goal, but he just lost track. 90 million looks like a banging box to box. Hasn't used Godfrey centre-back this season. Interesting. We hit 100 likes! Go on, everybody. The scenes. How's progress on FIFA? Get in there. Doing well. Doing well. Got Harvey. Okay. What time are we at? We got a couple of minutes until the start of the second half. Yeah, FIFA's doing well right now. I've done a couple of the icon swap stuff and some of the other objectives as well. We're getting there. Thoughts on Portsmouth? I have no thoughts. I support Leicester, and then my second team is Barca because of Ronaldinho. In terms of any other clubs in the world, I don't really have thoughts on them. I don't care about them in basically any way, shape or form. Sometimes I may care about their results because it then influences stuff. So, for example, if Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs all lose this week, then I'd care about that because it makes a difference to Leicester. Ordered one from Amazon. Still very nice. Beautiful. I need to get some new ones because when I first bought my face mask, I bought ones that aren't the standard type. You know the standard type that just hook over your ear? I've got ones that have, I guess, sort of like shoelace kind of things. So you tie it round the back, even if it's just a simple thingy knot. Not even a knot, but just one over the other. And you do that twice. Because I was like, oh, okay, I'll just buy these so that I have something. I didn't think it'd be going on for a year. Otherwise, I would have bought some better ones. So I may invest in some others at this point. Who scored the second? JJ. Big old Jammers Justin. As the Leicester admin has tweeted out, my friend here, Justin. That's all that needs to be said. James Justin scores his second Prem goal of the season. Over the last 4 game weeks, the fullback ranks joint third for shots in the penalty area among Leicester players. There you go. Absolute scenes. The Future Stars card design. Is that what it actually looks like? Oh, now I'm seeing 2 different types. Oh, that's the concept card. Is that not the concept? Ugh. If that's what it actually looks like, I don't like it. Oh, God. What's on Fofana? Do I think he can become world class? Yes. He is sick. Friend has Justin in his fantasy. We have a head-to-head. Unlucky. As it stands, he's going to be getting 12 points. And maybe a bonus to take him up to like 15. So, how am I? I'm doing very good, thank you. How are you doing, Donna? The card is on the loading screen. Yeah. Kevin, I don't know what you mean. Plans to get your full Leicester kit next year, so time to start saving. Nice! Enjoy. Ricky P can still play much better than this, just wearing off that injury. Yeah, he's getting back into the swing of things, isn't he? He's looking good. He's not looking quite at the God tier level that he was at before, but we're getting our Ricky P back. You'd love to see it. We've probably got a minute or two. How long was that on? 2 minutes, I think. So a couple of minutes and then the second half will get underway. It's bless you in Swedish. Ah, thanks. Good old Swedish. I remember randomly... Sorry, these panels are falling off the wall. I remember learning the tiniest bit of Swedish in the past. I don't even know why I did it. Whereas now, we've got Duolingo downloaded. And we're trying to have Japanese and Spanish potentially on the go. That'd be the dream. Duolingo is now available in dark mode. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm already on, but... Hey, you do you. You do you. No way near a fan of that card design. Yeah, it looks like it's not rendered properly. Alisson is at a Liverpool game. Really? Wow. Just seeing the goals from the Man City game. Bernardo Silva with a lovely cross to Gabby Jesus with a bit of a diving header. Are we going to see the other goal? No? Fine. Screw you. Trying to learn German. Nice. Leicester needed that type of manager on board. Hope they don't do the same thing they did to Claudio. What, you mean sack a manager that was relegating us? We're not close to relegation right now, so Brendan's not going anywhere. Mid-icon pack tomorrow, do an icon roulette. Potentially do that, yeah. Wan-Bissaka on the bench for fantasy. Hopefully Chilwell gets dropped. Well, he didn't play the last game, but is that because of how quick these games are coming? And so it was just a bit of rotation? Maybe. Maybe. Are these turned on? Can you hear these? Oh, no, they're not. Need to turn that on. Derek, no. Table tennis team so you could play for them in some way. You say Jack Grealish is a wuss. Okay. Alisson's not injured, he's just got a little cold. Ah, how cute. Bam bam ba ba da dum. Fulham making a sub at half time. This Lamina coming on. Who for? Who do I think will win the league? Man City. You can't drop Alonso now, so Chilwell may not even start tomorrow. I guess we'll see. I'm trying to learn how to twirl a drumstick. It's not going very well. Anguissa subbed off for Lamina. Interesting. Interesting. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And Ivan Cavallero on for Tete. So maybe switching from 5 at the back and putting Cavallero further forward. Riley, I think so, but I just don't know when. Opening pools rewards to... Oh, we just answered that. What can I play on the drums? No songs yet, but we're getting back into things. And we're trying to learn bits and bobs. And we'll try and do some play-along stuff soon. Potentially for TikTok. But here we go. Second half. Leicester with a very, very good first 45. Can we keep it up in the second half? That's the question. Cavallero is a big threat. I can't believe he didn't start. I don't understand the logic behind that decision, but he's now on. And probably going to be causing some trouble in this game. So let's see what's going on. Long throw coming in from Fulham. Right-hand side of the box. Woo! Johnny Evans with the header clear. Ayoze Perez plays it out wide left. Not going to find Iheanacho, who cannot get that ball under control. Hamza Chowdhury, however, is going to. But then we just boot it clear, and it is now with the Fulham goalkeeper. Sammy is taken, unfortunately. Yeah, no one can have him. Anguissa very underrated, just needs a better team in front and behind him. Just needs to be in a better team then. Yeah, he was fantastic against us in the game that earlier in the season where Fulham beat us. He was easily my man of the match in that game. Fulham passing it around the back. Seemingly not understanding they need to go forwards with the ball. It's like playing someone on FIFA when you're 3-0 up and they still play around the back instead of actually doing anything with the ball right now. But now a long through ball. This could be a fantastic pass. Good ball forward to Cavallero from the defence. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get it under control where he needed to. And now he's recycled it back to Reed at the halfway line. It could have been a lot better than it ended up being. Because that was a really nice ping from the centre-back. I think it was Anderson again who did the one in the first half. Reed, again, has been pretty decent when he's been on the ball. I feel like if they got him in and around the box, get him a bit further forward, he'd cause some real trouble. Lookman now to Loftus-Cheek, to Cavallero. Left side of the box, has a shot. That is close. Probably about that far wide of the post. Decent effort. Like I say, he is going to be a threat this half. Nice interplay. He completely sidesteps Johnny Evans, who's just a bit of a blob. And unfortunately for Fulham, drags it slightly wide of Schmeichel's post. Lingard did go to West Ham on loan, yes. Derek, yeah, I mean, he's been playing left-back more than right-back. So I wonder where they'd actually give him his card, to be honest with you. All right. Fulham on the ball, losing the ball. Yuri Tielemans now. Turns Cavallero with ease. Tries to play through the ball to Madders, but Reed with an interception in the middle again. He has been all over the place in this game. Anderson with another absolute ping out wide left now, but can't quite control it. Tielemans being fouled, and that is going to be a free kick to Leicester. What was my score prediction today? 3-2 to us. Which, hey, I'll take. If we get a win, I don't care what the scoreline is. That is a Leicester corner, though. That's quite poor, to be honest. I wasn't even saying anything because it looked like it was just going to be an easy clearance for Fulham. But Iheanacho, to be fair to him, closed down the defender and made it a bit harder for him and wins his team a corner, which Maddison is going to be taking. Now, previous Leicester corner was taken short and was a disallowed goal because Seon-Shu was adjudged to have fouled a defender, but it was a really well-worked short corner routine. So I wonder if we're going to get a similar one now. He is taking it short to Tielemans, who's now whipping it in left-footed to the back post. Seon-Shu heads it back across, but there's no one there. Falls to Chowdhury on the edge of the box. Deflected to Iheanacho, who I'm assuming is miles offside. Puts it in the back of the net, but I don't think anybody on our team or anybody watching this game thought he was onside for a second. So, yeah, he's a good 5 yards offside. Half decent finish on the left foot, but not even close. Not even close. But yet again, another short... That's 2 short corner routines that have ended up in disallowed goals today. Crazy. Fulham on the break on the right-hand side, though. Ball put into the box, but cleared by a combination of Chowdhury and James Justin. Out for a Fulham throw. Jacob, you are not. He's injured. Perez has been playing striker more than right wing. Yes, but he is playing right wing today so that Iheanacho can play up front. Long throw seems to be Fulham's tactic when they have one on that right-hand side. It's flicked on by a Leicester head and basically just hits Mitrovic on the top of his noggin and off for a goal kick. A win is a win, exactly. Exactly. Sultan, of course, just in for the World Cup. Why not? Why not? Let me quickly see what's going on in this pointless conversation. It's fine. To me. Okay. Oh, Tielemans is angry. Just in for the Euros, never mind the World Cup. Exactly. Yeah, it's one of the... It's a clear foul. You can't pull someone back like that. Oh, you're just letting him run past you. Right. Nice work from Robinson on the left side for Fulham. But, again, they don't... Like, there's a couple of their players that seem to have more confidence than the rest of their team. A lot of this Fulham side don't seem to have the belief in either their own ability or, I guess, the ability of their teammates, because they're not fizzing the ball into people's feet. They're not passing it forwards when they should do, when they have an opportunity. They're taking too long to do it, or they're going backwards or sideways. And if they were a little bit more forward-thinking, they could be causing some real problems here, because some of the movement off the ball is great, but it's just not being picked out. People are making runs down the side, behind a fullback, for example, and then just being ignored. Unless it's a particular person on the ball. English striker, SBC for future stars, left back, the other option, but won't win. You like the Pikachu in the background? He's an absolute hero. Leicester really needed a second consistent striker in there in January. Hey, you say that, but we've brought Iheanacho in today, and he's scored, and he's been decent. So, it's fine. The summer will be when we invest in a striker if we're going to. Ricardo Pereira attempting a roulette, losing out on the ball. Perez going in for a tackle and losing it again. This is Lookman on the ball, left side, doing a Cruyff turn past Tielemans. Finds his way to Mitrovic, who attempts a bizarre, pointless back heel. Doesn't work out. Maddison into Tielemans. Then Justin on the left-hand side has Iheanacho in front of him. Finds Maddison with a nice ball. Iheanacho with the ball on the left-hand side. Slowing things down. Bit frustrating to watch as a fan when you have a decent attack building and one of your players just doesn't do exactly what you're hoping for. Perez trying to dink it into Iheanacho. Not the best pass in the world. Maddison allowed to bring it down on the edge of the box. Not enough pressure from Fulham right here. Twisting and turning inside out. Harvey Barnes, who has been anonymous in the second half so far. That wouldn't surprise me if that's the first time he's touched the ball. And he loses it. So, there you go. Married, maybe. Jacob, cheers. Play horrible in one game, then he can play well. True. True. But yeah, if you are enjoying the stream today, again, all I ask, hit the thumbs up. If you really want to see more, you could subscribe, and that'd be great. But I don't really envisage us getting many subs on watch-along streams. But who knows? It's hard to say, isn't it? Okay, come on. Just don't bottle this, please. I swear to God. Okay. Ricky P with the header clear on the right side. Harry, you'll love to see it. A couple of subs warming up. Who is that? Mendy? Lookman goes for an absolute banger from 30 yards. Over the bar. You think 4-0 Leicester, but you think after that 3-1 loss, just not really in form. Throw in taken halfway inside the Leicester half. Lobbed cleanly over Hamza Chowdhury, straight to Lookman, who's allowed to turn and bang it. I mean, it still would have needed a very, very good strike to score. But gifting an opportunity like that, making it way too easy for him to even have a shot, is not what you need. You need to be shoring up that midfield and defence and not allowing them to create easy opportunities. What team do I support? I support Leicester. Robbo, yeah. Still a blob. Tielemans now. Harvey Barnes on the ball. Finds James Justin. Hamza Chowdhury plays it off the pitch. Again. Again. Anderson with the ball to Areola. Over to the left-hand side. Robinson now. Looks backwards instead of forwards. Again. Just not forward-thinking enough. This is the problem with this Fulham side right now. Because when they play the ball quickly, like they've just done now, they've played it down the right-hand side, a nice little back heel, and now you've got Loftus-Cheek charging forward, Hamza diving in, not winning the ball, and then a shocking pass. Absolutely awful pass. I don't even know who that was by. Lookman means that Leicester get a goal kick here. Hamza Chowdhury could very easily have been booked for what he just did. And that's what I mean. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up getting subbed for Mendy. Especially if he gets booked. Jack, no, I'm okay with that. You're a Fulham fan. You've not been that bad today. Again, just not quick enough. There are times where you look dangerous, and that is when the ball is moving quickly. You're not allowing us time to press or to get our shape properly. And when you're doing that, it looks like a fluid, free-flowing attacking team. But a lot of the time, there's one player in an attack that is just slowing it down too much, and it's making it a bit easier for us than it probably should be at times. Because you've got in a decent position, but then just that decision-making, a little bit too slow. Like there, right? Loftus-Cheek trying a back heel in our box instead of playing it back out wide right, which was the easy option, is just silly. Just silly. And now we try and break on our left-hand side, and that is Aina going to be booked for pulling back James Maddison. Nice bit of work from Harvey Barnes with a 1-2 with Madders. Pulls him back. Easy yellow card. But that also shows the lack of consistency from the ref, because who did it for us earlier? Was it Justin? I think Justin did the exact same thing and didn't get booked earlier, so I don't really understand that from the referee. Small, it isn't alone. Donna, no. What are your thoughts on the Louise Red? It's a stupid rule, but it's the rule. Sean, yes, definitely. You're going to say full time 3-1? I'd take that. A win is a win. Don't really care whether we get a clean sheet or not. It'd be good for fantasy points for Justin, but that's it, really. Right, ball with Anderson. Half an hour to go in this second half. Robinson. Robinson has probably been the worst player for slowing down Fulham's attacks. He doesn't seem to have any confidence in trying to beat either Ayoze Perez or Ricardo Pereira when he has the ball. He seems scared. Although he is getting forward now. He goes for a first-time cross attempt. It misses everyone. Finds... Oh, it's a good tackle by James Justin. And now Iheanacho's... He's got so much work to do. There's 4 Fulham players around him. It seems like Leicester may be dropping a little bit and not committing as many men forward because Iheanacho picked up the ball on the halfway line and then has 4 players around him. Cyber, no. Double sub for Leicester. Ayoze Perez. Most likely going off for Mark Albrighton here. And then I'm assuming Hamza for Mendy. As I said, wouldn't surprise me. Because he is putting in some half dodgy tackles. And yeah, Hamza is off for Nampalys Mendy. I think that's to save him from putting in more and more rash tackles. Because that's the thing with Hamza. He doesn't have the stamina to play a full game properly without ending up putting in some, not like awful tackles, but just silly fouls. Hamza to West Brom. Hamza's not going anywhere because the transfer window is closed. So he's staying until at least the summer. Fulham shouldn't be in the bottom 2. Fulham, again... There are some games where you watch Fulham and they look really good. And then others, they just don't seem to have the belief in themselves, even though they've played well in other games. And again, right now, it's great for me to see us winning 2-0 against this team. But as a neutral, I'd be urging Fulham on in this game to just push forward more and go for it, because they've created some good chances in this game. Schmeichel's made a couple of saves, and they've had good opportunities. They've carved open the defence a few times, and forced the keeper to make saves. So, I don't know why they aren't trusting each other more. Robbo, the dream. Lingard starts Fredericks right mid to help Soufal with Grealish. Interesting. Jacob, yeah, it's okay. Who's the strictest manager? No idea. You don't support a Prem team. Oh, what a touch by Kelechi from the goal kick. But that is decent work by Anderson. Tielemans picks up the ball. Mendy to James Justin, out to Harvey Barnes. Not been as influential tonight, but finds a lovely ball to Maddison, who gets the ball in the box now. Barnes picks it up, has a shot blocked by Reed in the box. Oh, wow. Ricardo Pereira now in the box. That is 3-0, unless he's offside. Oh, it's been called offside. It did look close. Albrighton, the ball sort of bounced to him on the right-hand side of the box here. Harvey Barnes and Maddison doing a good job. The shot was blocked. Oh, he's miles offside. Miles offside, Albrighton. Ricardo Pereira does a... I think their game is behind mine. Ricardo Pereira and Albrighton with a nice 1-2 around the defender, but Albrighton is so clearly offside. It's not even one of those where they have to get the lines out or anything like that. 3 disallowed goals in one game. What the hell? Jack, I know. Daniel, no. Can Kabak play tonight? I don't know. I think it depends on when you were registered. But that was good play as well. Good play. 3 disallowed goals. Madness. 2 for offside. 1 for a foul. Can Fulham make the most of it? Not sure. Derek, it's average. Very average. Theo, I hope so. Adamola Lookman. Through to Mitrovic. Again trying another back heel. The amount of times in this game that Fulham players have attempted little fancy flicks instead of just a normal pass. Again, even though we're the team that they're playing against, it's frustrating to watch. It's just like, why are you doing that? You could be creating a really good opportunity here, but no, instead you go for some stupid flick and you mess it up. Clowns. Why is this not updated? Tottenham Chelsea's tomorrow. What's that, 7:30 or 8 o'clock? Okay. That could be a huge game. Justin is very good. Best friend supports Spurs, support Leicester. Your other best friend doesn't like football. Then you have a friend who supports Leeds. I have a bit of diversity in my friendship groups. I've got 2 main friendship groups. One of which, basically everybody, we all went to the same school. And so only one of them supports someone else. He supports Norwich instead of Leicester because of his family. Whereas uni, my best mate supports West Ham and the other supports Man U. Yeah. Madders is playing really good. Really good. He's in the hottest form that he's been in since we signed him. Lately. Comfortably. Right. Do it before. Ball is cleared out from a Fulham free kick. And now again, going backwards, you could have turned and gone forwards there. Now you're allowing the Leicester press to happen. You're forced to play it long. And that's going to be a foul by Lookman. Again, we're beating them, but they're still annoying me to watch. Daniel, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it at all. But right there is a prime example of why Fulham are losing this game. Instead of trying to do something progressive on the pitch, beating a man, even doing a 1-2 around a winger, the option that is taken basically every time is to turn around, pass the ball backwards. And it's making it so much easier for Leicester than it should be. So much easier. Now Leicester have a throw-in deep into the Fulham half on the right-hand side. Ricardo Pereira going to take the throw. Has been decent today. Cleared by Reed, though. And Paulus Mendy against Mitrovic, probably about a foot taller than him. Surprisingly wins the ball. And now a long ball attempt from Fulham again. Johnny Evans is so deep, keeping everybody on side. Ricardo Pereira with a half clearance. Falls to Cavallero. He gets it to Robinson. Goes for a cross. Albrighton well defended. Well, that is a Fulham corner. Ooh. Fulham have had 3 corners. Leicester have had 2. This one's going to be whipped in from the left-hand side. It does not beat the first man, but it falls to Reed. Controls it, plays it back out wide to the corner flag. We're going to get a cross in from Loftus-Cheek, and that is out for a goal kick. It was a half-decent cross, but it went out and then came back in because of the curve. But Maddison is mates with Cantwell. I'd be amazed if he isn't, yeah. Looks like Bobby Reed is warming up ready to come on for Fulham here. Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed. Alright. Get that ball down so we can actually commentate something that resembles football. Nope, that's going to be a Leicester throw-in on the left-hand side. Fulham goal? Not yet, Manuel. Not yet. They've got just over 20 minutes left in this game. Probably about 25 with stoppages in order to try and get 2 goals back. Daniel, I know, right? How many reads do they have? 2. That is going to be a Leicester free kick. because of a foul by Anderson. He's very angry at the ref. Even though he's got both arms around Iheanacho like this, pulling him backwards. One of the most frustrating things in football to me is when players moan about things that are blatant. You have arms round him, pulling him backwards, yet you're moaning at it being a foul. Why? I don't get it. But Leicester waste the free kick and kick it straight out for a goal kick. So there you go. Vux, of course, he's a hero. Did I hear Leicester scored 2 own goals? No, that would be an interesting turn of events, though. But Bobby Reid comes on for Loftus-Cheek. He's had an interesting time at Fulham. Going from being like a striker, was it Cardiff? Is that right? It might be wrong. To then like a right wing-back role. He's come on now. He looks like he's playing closer to right wing. That's where Loftus-Cheek has been. Quite far forward on that right-hand side. Looks like where he's going to now. Alisson is out for Liverpool. Wow. Speaking of keepers being out, Kasper Schmeichel comes out of his box to clear. A bobbling ball forward. Nice awareness from the keeper there to be switched on. And now Fulham on the charge forward. But Tielemans again with the defensive work. Maddison just had a great run through on goal, but could not be found by any of the Leicester players. Mary again, maybe. Leicester 9-0, what we saying? I don't think we're going to score 7 more goals in the last 20 minutes. But you never know. Tielemans with a beautiful turn to get past 2 players. Gets kicked on his way through as well. Iheanacho with some good footwork. And then Maddison tackled very well by Anderson. Bobby Reid with a roulette around Nampalys Mendy. Who then kicks him and goes straight into the book. Has been on the pitch for what, like 5 minutes? I should have bet on it. Cengiz Under should get more game time. I agree. Mary, please stop spamming. Naja, hello, how's it going? Justin, hello. Henderson and Phillips centre-backs. So no Kabak. Or Davies. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Actually, they were probably signed too late, though, weren't they, to play? I would assume. Right, Lamina. Back to Adarabioyo. Over to the right-hand side. Anderson now. Plays it forward. I can't even remember who that is that came on. Anguissa went off. Who was it? What's his name? I don't know. Davies on the bench. Oh. Interesting. Right, Bobby Reid. Tackled by Mendy this time. Not fouled. Kavak has to be integrated into the COVID bubble. Interesting. Okay. Right. Lookman's dropping really deep to pick up the ball a lot of the time. And Tielemans hasn't done an absolute ton going forward today, but his defensive work rate with Ndidi out of the team has been so good. He's getting stuck in. He's winning the ball back so many times and gets himself involved in another challenge there. And wins Leicester a free kick, fouled by Cavallero. Donna, I don't know what you mean. Lamina, no. Someone else came on with Lamina. I can't remember who it was. Daniel Amarty's going to be coming on for us. Who the hell for? Ricky P? Because he's still coming back for injury, maybe? I don't know. Long ball forward by Leicester is headed clear. Tielemans picks up the ball 30 yards out. Is tackled by Reid. That's a harsh foul. It was a slip, but it's basically always going to get given anyway. Who have Leicester got next after this? Let's find out, shall we? I don't actually know who our next game is. We have got Wolves away On the 7th is our next game. Don't know, he does a few. ND, I guess we'll see. Your beloved Burnley are getting mauled. Are you surprised? It is Man City. Right. Come on then. Last big 15 minutes. Let's get a third. You know you want to. You know you want to. But it does appear that Leicester are now content to sit back a little bit and try and break on Fulham here. And just try and see out this win. So Fulham are going to have more of the ball. Much more of the ball than they had in the first 75 minutes of this game. Luke, it was absolutely ridiculous. So now Fulham breaking down the right-hand side. Bobby Reed tries to get a cross in, wins his team a corner. Who scored for Leicester? Iheanacho and then James Justin. Fulham no goal. Should you cash out? I feel like Fulham are going to have quite a few chances in the remainder of this game. Like, we are definitely sitting back more, and they are going to go for it. They've made attacking subs. We have taken off Harvey Barnes for Daniel Amati. We are sitting back and trying to take this win. Cavallero came on for Tetty. Who am I thinking of? I swear there's someone else that's come on for Fulham. Wesley, it's not as simple as just, yeah, hire me. Corner comes to nothing, straight to Kasper Schmeichel. Terrible. Someone I have no idea. James Justin has the ball on the left-hand side, plays it back to Kaglar Soyuncu. Schmeichel clears. Tielemans not adjudged to be fouled. Lookman bursting forward. Robinson to his left, finds him. Whips a ball in, cleared by Nampalys Mendy. Mark Albrighton manages to clear the ball down the line. Iheanacho not quite quick enough to get on the end of it. Ball now in Fulham's possession. Reed bursting through the middle. Plays left to Robinson again. Anderson finding himself on the ball a lot more as this is just recycled over and over. Reed now over to the right-hand side. The other Reed's trying to take the ball forward, but Soyuncu clearing away. Tielemans picks up the ball into Iheanacho. Good play. Finds Justin out on the left-hand side. Has a few players ahead of him. Instead chooses to go to Tielemans, who then plays it back to Mendy. Justin again on the ball, playing it back past his own halfway line, though. Alex, it's been good. Indeed, that's the exact opposite of what Liverpool have said themselves. Pierre, I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. Schmeichel now on the ball, playing it. Wow, interesting pass to Amati. Okay, so the Leicester switch that has happened is Amati is now playing right back, and Ricardo Pereira is playing right mid, it looks like. Or it's a back five with Amati at right centre back and Ricardo at right wing back. So much, much more defensive from Leicester going into this last 15 minutes or so with stoppages. De Cordova-Reid came on. Yeah, maybe I'm just... Maybe it was Adarabioyo that I saw at one point. I didn't know who it was. Like, who is this out on the right-hand side now? I don't know. Reed is charging into the box and blazing it over the bar. Oh, that was Cavallero out there. Right, yeah, I think I'm just getting a bit confused, to be honest with you. But Bobby Reed darts past Mendy, has a really good opportunity to play it into Reed or Mitrovic, blazes it over instead. Blazes over. Fulham running out of time. However, if they got another goal, I wouldn't be surprised if they got a second. Because this pressure is starting to pile. You would imagine if Leicester now get a third, game over. Because even though Fulham are the more aggressive team right now... Oh, it was Aina. That's his name. I completely forgot. Aina's over on the right-hand side. There we go. A third goal would just kill every bit of momentum that they have. Mendy in the wars right now. Maddison apparently kicking the ball off. Fulham now have the ball in their back line again. Adarabioyo finding Reed, who is dropping really deep to pick up the ball in midfield. Tries a long ball forward to Lookman that is not successful. Papi Mendy fouled in the middle by Bobby Reed. Unnecessary foul. Really unnecessary. Surprised he didn't get a yellow card for that one, to be honest with you. Judging by what the ref has given yellows for in this game. And now past the 80-minute mark with Justin and Maddison on the left-hand side. Madders going for an absolute wonder ball, not managing to pick it out. Okay, calm down then. Leeds Everton has started. Why the dodgy kickoff times? Alright, Aina on the right-hand side goes for a cross in to Mitrovic. Cleared by Johnny Evans. Ball back with Fulham on the half-away line. Good ball forward through to Cavallero, who finds Mitrovic. Lovely through ball to Bobby Reed on the right-hand side of the box. Goes for a shot. I'm not sure if it took a deflection. If it did, then that is a great touch and defensive block by James Justin. Mitrovic does really well. Finds a ball between Soyuncu and James Justin. Bobby Reed has a shot. And James Justin with a great recovery challenge. Really, really good foot in there to stop that ball from going on target, because that was a very good opportunity for Reed there. But now the corner is going to be whipped in. Cleared by James Justin again, who has been fantastic today. Albrighton clears down the line, and that is yet another turnover in possession, and Fulham now on the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if they give... they might give it to Maddison, man of the match, but Justin has been really good. Papi Mendy risking stuff in the middle of the park, not apparently fouled. So Fulham now winning the ball back again. Is his name Harrison Reed, the little guy? Is that his name, number 21? I don't know. He's been very lively the whole game here. Adarabioyo plays it out to Robinson on the left. Back to him. Fulham trying to work an opening here, but Leicester's defensive block playing what looks to be like a 5-4-1 now, just to seal this victory. Fulham trying to find a way through, but having to recycle possession over and over. An optimistic cross from Reed into Mitrovic, trying to replicate the first Leicester goal, ends up in a Mitrovic header going wide. Little guy, it is Harrison Reed. Thought so. So we need to get score alerts on for Everton. They are already winning. Gylfi Sigurdsson with a Digne assist. Wow. Man City is still 2-0 against Burnley. I don't think anyone's surprised by that one. Turbo, that's very good for you. Pack solid. Just in a shout for England. Yeah. Even just because of his versatility. He's great on both sides. Fullback. Okay. 7 minutes plus stoppages to go. Harrison Reed dropping so deep every single time to get this ball to try and start an attack from the defensive line of Fulham. Tielemans picks up the ball and he doesn't really have anything in front of him. Tries to pick out Maddison, fails to do so. Loses possession again. Anderson with a big ping from right back into Mitrovic. Flicks it on. Robinson with a touch inside. Lookman finds Harrison Reed. Back to Lookman again on the edge of the box. Tries a flicked pass into Mitrovic. Can't manage to get the ball anywhere. And Soyuncu ends up being fouled. And that's a free kick to Leicester. David, I don't think so. Your 5 paid off. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Aina with a foul on Soyuncu. Jamie got very happy. Had a couple of beers. Bruno captain, but you have Bednarek. Lovely -7. I've got big Mo Salad as captain this week. Five and a bit minutes to go. Throw in Fulham's half for Leicester City. Trying to make everything as slow as possible. Imagine someone captain Bednarek. Someone triple captain him. One person in the world triple captained him. Thanks for your work. No problem. Glad you've enjoyed it. James Justin winning the ball on the left-hand side. Iheanacho's probably offside. Yes, he is. Oh, no. He might have been onside, but he miscontrolled it off for a goal kick. I thought they gave the offside there, but apparently not. So Fulham play it short, and now they're just trying to make something happen. But again, that 5-4-1 defensive switch for Leicester has made it really, really hard for Fulham to break it down. Tactical work from Brendan Rodgers to try and just shut the game off and secure not only the win, but potentially the clean sheet as well. So now we get Anderson on the ball on the right-hand side. Plays it to Aina. Goes for a cross, easily cleared by Johnny Evans. A lot of hopeful crosses coming in from Fulham. They don't seem to be able to think of anything other than a hopeful cross right now. It's the same thing over and over. Anderson going for a cross from 40 yards out, cleared by Daniel Amati. The ball falls to Bobby Reed. Plays it backwards to Aina. Another cross coming in. And that is Schmeichel's ball. It's the same over and over again right now. All that Fulham are trying is just crossing, trying to get the ball on the head of Mitrovic. They succeeded once, but it wasn't the best cross, even when they did succeed. Mitrovic jumping into Schmeichel on purpose there. A little bit scummy, but not surprising either. James Justin going for an outside the boot ball through to Kelechi, who puts pressure on Anderson, but brilliant composure to get the ball out of defence there. And now Aina trying to bring it forward. Poor ball. Straight to Johnny Evans. Ricardo Pereira failing to get the ball forward to Mark Albrighton, but ends up with it again. And that is a Leicester throw-in on the right-hand side. Alex, I don't know. Samuel, yeah, they did. Got Cancelo, Diaz, Justin, Madders, Bruno, Captain Barnes, DCL, Antonio Grealish, Son, Mendy. Not bad at all. With your luck, Souček will score a hat-trick when he's on your bench. Yeah, I benched Souček the other week when he got like 15 points. Daps, no problem. If you enjoyed the stream today, all I ask, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, you can subscribe. We do football, watch-alongs like this, as well as FIFA content. So, it's up to you. But running out of time here, Fulham. There is still enough time to get a quick double, but they need to hurry up if they're going to do it. Ademola Lookman on the left-hand side. Finds a great ball through to Bobby Reed. Nice touch inside to Cavallero. Skips past a couple of players, but tries to do too much on his own. And yet again, Tielemans, with fantastic defensive work, then drives out away from the Leicester box and forces a foul by Cavallero. And Cavallero goes into the book. But Tielemans has been fantastic defensively today. Worked stupendously hard at winning that ball back and stopping Fulham whenever they try and go through the middle. It's not even been Hamza Chowdhury or Mendy when he's come on. Tielemans is the one that's been getting stuck in the most and probably won't get the plaudits that he deserves. BT have given Kelechi Iheanacho man of the match. I'd say he's been okay today as he picks up the ball now and fails to find Albrighton with it. I probably would have given it to James Justin. Mendy with a great tackle in the middle. Tielemans now picks out Albrighton on the right. Does he go for the cross? No. Finds Tielemans again. Mendy in the middle. Back to the Leicester defence. And Marty on the right into Johnny Evans in the middle. And now Tielemans and Mendy getting possession again. Soyuncu. It's just calm and composed from Leicester right now. Robbo, that doesn't surprise me. Ali, that makes a lot of sense because whilst Ndidi's out, Tielemans is playing a little bit more defensive. Maddison going for a wonder ball again to Albrighton with the outside of his boot and not managing to complete it. Sam, I hope you're doing well. Daniel Amati with a lovely slide tackle on Lookman on the left-hand side. We've got 20 seconds until we hit the 90-minute mark. There hasn't really been any stoppages in the second half. Even though there have been 3 disallowed goals in this game, none of them have really taken any time at all for VAR to check and potentially overrule or change any decisions or anything like that. So probably 2 minutes to be added on here would be my guess. As another hopeful cross is cleared by Johnny Evans. 3 minutes added on. And now Leicester have the ball breaking down the right-hand side. Tielemans and Albrighton linking up. Tielemans twisting and turning. Ricardo Pereira now picking up the ball. And that is a tackle by Harrison Reed to win a throw-in. Ali, yeah, sometimes you have to go for differentials. Especially if you're behind in leagues. Harrison Reed getting a little bit unlucky there. I think he's probably been up there with Fulham's best players. He's probably been the most involved player, I'd say, for them today. Now Ricardo Pereira finding Iheanacho. Lovely little bit of play here by Leicester. Keeping the ball on the right-hand side, though. Finished Burnley 0, Man City 2. 2 minutes left in this game. Harrison Reed again in with a tackle. Leicester get another throw-in. But Maddison cannot manage to keep the ball in play. That's a Fulham goal kick. Andrew, I think he's got a great chance. He's been potentially our best player this season. He's been very, very good. Fulham need to just go forward with this. I don't know why there's any backwards passes happening right now. They got the ball on the halfway line, playing it out right to Anderson, who yet again is going to go for a hopeful cross. It's blocked, closed down by Kelechi Iheanacho, and now it's just slow. This has been Fulham's problem today. They haven't been that bad, but they've not trusted each other enough on the ball. And their decision-making has just not quite been good enough to get anything out of this game, barring a miracle at the end here. They've got 1 minute left. 2 goals down. It's not looking likely. You say Reed's one of your best players, personal opinion anyway. Yeah, again, I think he's probably been your man of the match today. He's the guy that has been trying to make things happen. And he's been getting the ball forward to other people, and then they've been making mistakes and losing it. And it's been a bit frustrating to watch, even though I want us to win. I'm not really sure what Iheanacho is doing there. He could have had a chance there to go through one-on-one at the end to have a chance to make it 3-0. But Lamina manages to defend it easily. And now the game's about to wrap up. Reed again on the ball in the middle. Trying to find someone, goes out right to Aina. Finds Bobby Reed. Is he going to go for a cross? Yes, he is. Mitrovic is not going to get that one. Cleared by Ricardo Pereira yet again. Mitrovic is judged to have fouled Amati. He has not done very well today, Mitrovic. But to be fair to him, the delivery has not been great. They've only found him properly with a couple of crosses all game. But Johnny Evans, Amati since he's come on, Ricardo Pereira, Sayuncu, Justin have all dealt with him at different points in this game, and they've dealt with him well. And there's now about 30 seconds to go left in this game. It's looking like an easy, simple win for Leicester. And that is that. There we go. So 2-0 to Leicester City. Fat dub. You absolutely love to see it. A little bit tense for the first 20 minutes or so, when it was very, very end-to-end. But the game completely changed after our first goal. It got a lot more scrappy from both teams. It wasn't as if Fulham fell apart after they conceded one. Both teams were a lot more just nowhere near as composed on the ball. It was so much worse. But both of the Leicester goals are actually really, really nice football and well played. And I'd say deserved of the win, because Fulham's tactics for basically the whole game were try and whip it into Mitrovic and hope that something happened, and it didn't today. Whereas again, Leicester win due to just a bit of quality from Maddison in two different moments, and that's what it takes sometimes. So that takes Leicester up to 42 points, 2 behind Man United, 5 behind Man City, who have a game in hand. If Liverpool win tonight, then they will go 1 point ahead of Leicester and 1 point between Leicester to Liverpool to Man United. Sure, nightmare. My first watch-along win for Leicester, 3rd time lucky. You love to see it. But there we go. That is that. We get the dub. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. The 2 goals, man. They were really good. If you get a chance, BT upload the highlights pretty quickly. The goals were really good. I'd say to check them out and check out the highlights of this game, because they were decent. You've got West Ham against Villa, and you've got Liverpool against Brighton. You've currently got Everton against Leeds going on as well. So there is still a lot of football happening today. Everton are still 1-0 up against Leeds, but I think I'm going to go and sort out some bits and bobs for the next few days. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, so I do plan on streaming for rewards and stuff like that at some point, but I don't know how long the stream will be or what time it will be, because again, I will obviously be spending time with him tomorrow for his birthday, and maybe we'll be watching some films or playing some games or something together. So I'll update you as to any plans and everything that's happening tomorrow, as far in advance as I possibly can, but I genuinely don't know right now. So I plan to open up people's rewards at some stage, and my rewards and stuff like that. But for now, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the football. Hopefully it's entertaining and some good games happen for the rest of the day. But for now, that's going to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, thumb it up. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you again for another one of these soon. But that's going to be it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good night and goodbye.